Hey guys, so we got some recent news for both Street Fighter V and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Let's start this video off with Street Fighter. The Capcom Uniblog has made an announcement for even more costumes coming out real soon here. We got a lot of costumes and stages coming. These are sports-themed costumes for Ibuki, Laura, and Rashid, only 3 characters. So let's start with Ibuki, and I'll read the blog summary of them, so check this out. First out of the gate is Ibuki, in her volleyball uniform complete with a sports watch and nimble trainers. Suffice to say, she knows a thing or two about landing a good, solid spike. Well, all I can say about this is Chun-Li now has a worthy rival when it comes to costume wardrobe sizes. Okay, next we have Laura. It says, flying the Brazilian colors in her football uniform, she needs to keep her knees in top shape for canceling her standing medium kick into V-trigger, hence the knee pads. Well, I like how Capcom acknowledged her standing medium kick, how good it is. But anyways, this costume seems pretty tame for Laura, I would say, compared to some of her other costumes. I guess we'll see what happens when you use the costume code for her. We might be in for a surprise, you would say. Finally, we have Rashid, and it says, last but not least, Rashid joins Laura on the football field with his studded football boots and snappy shorts. We'll be impressed if he manages to keep the ball in play during a spinning mixer. So this is the first time we get to see Rashid not wearing anything on his head, actually. I really like this one, personally. As usual, guys, these costumes will set you back $3.99. You can't get them with fight money. And they'll be released on July 25th. Which is the same day as pretty much everything else, including Abigail, the next new character. So expect an extremely big update on Tuesday. I still really wish that Capcom would release more bundle packages and not sell these costumes separately. Even from like a greedy standpoint, Capcom would still make more money if they sold these in bundles, and then people can at least get them all with a small discount. Alright, next topic now, let's talk about some Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So, San Diego Comic-Con is taking place right now, and we got a new trailer and a couple of character reveals. So, but something interesting I should note first is that Ono was at Comic-Con answering some questions, and one of them was about Chun-Li's face, of course. We're still gonna talk about Chun-Li's face. The memes are still going very strong, and we all know it received a lot of negative feedback, as well as some other faces. It's just that Chun-Li takes the spotlight. But Ono actually answered this question and confirmed that there will be a day 1 patch on the game's release specifically to fix Chun-Li's face. So it's confirmed now, as well as a variety of other characters as well. We know there's some sketch going on with some of the other characters besides Chun-Li. So this is really nice to hear that they are doing a day 1 patch, but is it in time? With the latest trailers of the game, it still looks pretty off in my opinion, with such a close release window too, which is on September 19th. We'll see how this game does. You know, from the casual side of things too is what I'm worried about the most. From the competitive side of things, people are a little, more lenient, but from the casual side, people are just gonna, pick up the game based on the characters, the story, and how it looks. That's usually the things that matter. It's good that Capcom is going to fix some things. We can't complain that Capcom is improving it, but I think an actual game delay would be the best course of action right now, because how important first impressions are, and just the feedback, as it seems, just seems mostly negative. We saw the damage it did to Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V is doing a lot better than it was at launch in terms of content in the game, but I don't know if like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite will have that same type of attention that Street Fighter V does, because Street Fighter V is like Capcom's main game, but this is a joint project with Marvel, so we'll see how much Capcom has planned ahead with this company. And it could be also because of Marvel is the reason why Capcom can't delay this, and they have to stay on course with that September 19th release. So we'll have yet to see, but at least we know they're patching it day 1. Also, shortly after some leaks of the trailer from Comic-Con, it's been officially released now. A new trailer featuring Haggar, Frank West, Nemesis, and Spider-Man, and characters already shown off before, which is Gamora and Thanos. There's a couple new level 3 supers I've seen from the trailer, including Frank West, and Spider-Man stood out the most. I think Haggar is like a little bit changed, but it's mostly the same, and Nemesis looks mostly the same. But there's also some new attacks that we see with these characters as well, such as Frank being able to Frank West being able to place down like a tripod with his camera. It's just like the stationary tripod, which will automatically take selfies, allowing him to level up while doing combos himself rather than taking the pictures after the opponent is knocked down. That's kind of cool. We can see Haggar use a barrel from Final Fight and kind of just absorb attacks with it. He holds the barrel in front of his chest, or he can just throw them at the opponent, giving him a projectile attack now, which is really cool. We also get to see a new stage featured in the trailer as well. It features MODOK in the background in some kind of umbrella facility. Now, as much as it is nice to see a whole bunch of characters revealed all at once in one trailer, there's still a lot of characters that were in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Also, it would be nice to see a Jeddah trailer because all we got was an exhibition match, but we did get some gameplay trailer for Gamora. I think at this point, we're really waiting for some Monster Hunter here. We really want a character that's just like brand new to the series and just, you know, thrown in to really hit it home for reveals. We still have some time left before the game is released, so we might see Monster Hunter at some point. I'm just going off the leak list pretty much, but I'm starting to get a little worried here that Monster Hunter is going to be a DLC character and not part of the main roster, but I don't think they revealed all the main characters yet. So I think it would be nice to see one more on the Capcom side. So we'll see what happens. Also in the trailer, we finally get a look at the 5th Infinity Stone, which is the Mind Stone. Both the Infinity Surge and the Storm use. The Infinity Surge is sort of a command grab, I would say, which throws the opponent up in the air and then it knocks them down, and then afterwards, supposedly, they'll rise up in a dizzy state, allowing basically a free combo afterwards. You can use this command grab in the air or on the ground, and there is a scaling on the follow-up hits, which I really hope there is. The Infinity Storm makes your super bar fill up to max really quickly. It just fills up rapidly, as if like you're in training mode or something. And it fills up as long as the storm is active, the use. We had a leak on what the stone did before, which has either been incorrect, like debunked, or Capcom just simply changed it as of now, which was the stone created shadow images of yourself to keep your character, and the shadow images mimic what your character does. Sounds pretty OP. Maybe Capcom did have this before and they thought it was just too powerful, but it definitely raised a lot of questions, especially if you were playing like Morgan or Zero, who already has shadow copies of your character. My reaction to this, I'm honestly kind of disappointed by this stone. Basically from what we heard before, giving a command grab to all your characters doesn't sound that interesting to me. But it could be very powerful and annoying if people can, you know, come up with command grab setups basically on block screens using your assists and such. Depending on how slow the startup is, the startup does look quite slow. It doesn't look like an instant grab, for example. So like if you're using a character who already has a command grab, you still have a choice between which is better. This will be suited for players who want basically an extra option to break your opponent's defense if you're playing against really defensive players, I guess you could say. The Infinity Storm is very straightforward, giving you almost unlimited meter to do whatever combo you need to do while it's active. Since you're pretty much guaranteed a level 3, I would assume that you can just finish off your opponent straight up with one combo when this is active if you combo into it. We still have yet to see the Soul Stone. It's very possible the leak on this was incorrect, or we might see some changes to it which involve some lifesteal. So I personally thought that was really interesting, so I hope it stays the same or the leak was true. So let me know what you guys think about all of this. Don't forget to like the video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep you guys posted on more fighting game news in the future. And I can't wait for Abigail coming up next week. So till then guys, take care.